Welcome to the news on the hour on Providence Television International. I am Ugbebo Ikekwa. The presidency on Sunday dismissed any notion of fresh revelations emerging from a United States court order directing the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, and the Drug Enforcement Administration, the DEA, to release files on President Bola Tinubu's past investigation. It insisted that the records, which date back to a drug trafficking investigation in Chicago from the early 1990s, have been publicly available for over 3 decades and posed no fresh concerns for the president. The president's special advisor on information and strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, stated that the reports did not indict President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, arguing that the documents had no fresh dimension to President Tinubu's past. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi San, has sprung into action and commenced drafting the response of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the People's Democratic Party governor's suit challenging the declaration of emergency rule in Rivers State. The PDP governors, on their part, have engaged 11 senior advocates of Nigeria and 6 other attorneys to battle the federal government at the Supreme Court on what pass the president has to declare emergency rule in a state and suspend a democratically elected institution of the state. The PDP governors are also contesting the appointment of a sole administrator by the president to manage the affairs of Rivers State pending the duration of suspension of Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Governor Monday Okpebholo of Edo State has reiterated his resolve to prioritize the well-being of the state's civil servants, vying to ensure they remain at the center of his governance strategy. The governor made this assurance during a meeting with the Edo State chapter of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, led by the acting state chairman, Comrade Bernard Eweide. The union leaders visited Government House to formally congratulate Governor Okpebholo on his victory at the tribunal following the September 2024 polls. Governor Okpebholo highlighted transparency as the foundation of his administration, expressing openness to constructive criticism and dialogue, which he said only serves to enhance accountability and deepen public trust. Edo State Commissioner for Information and Communication, Honorable Paul Ohombamu, has emphasized the critical role of continuous professional development in strengthening the capacity of media practitioners within government circles. Addressing media officers at a one-day in-house training workshop in Benin City themed Effective Communication and Information Dissemination in the Digital Era, the commissioner described training and retraining as indispensable tools for navigating the evolving demands of the media landscape. He lauded the initiative organized by the Ministry of Information and Communication for media officers across ministries, departments, and agencies in the states. He further urged participants to remain committed to the ethical principles of journalism. Edo State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Dr. Samson Osaige, has commended Governor Monday Okpebholo's administration for its significant progress in the security sector towards improved safety of lives and property of the people of the state. Dr. Osaige made the statement while hosting members of the Edo Security Corps, Uhunwede chapter, in his office. He emphasized the administration's remarkable strides in the strengthening of the security architecture of the state, including collaboration with federal security agencies, the establishment of local security outfits, and the purchase of vehicles for effective policing of the state. He urged members of the Corps, alongside other security agencies, to remain dedicated to their duties. Nigeria's under-20 football team, the Flying Eagles, will play in Group B at the 2025 Africa Union Cup of Nations. Their group includes Tunisia, Kenya, and Morocco. The Confederation of African Football held a fresh draw on Sunday in Cairo, Egypt. This happened because Côte d'Ivoire, the original host, pulled out. Egypt is now the new host for the tournament. Nigeria has won the title 7 times and will begin their journey with a match against Tunisia on Sunday, April 28th. The tournament kicks off on Saturday, April 27th. The Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, has expressed deep sorrow over the death of Christian Chukwu, who captained Nigeria's 1980 Africa Cup of Nations winning squad and later coached the team. Christian Chukwu died in his native city of Enugu on Saturday. General Secretary of the NFF, Dr. Mohammed Sanusi, described the late footballer and coach as a good and great man, a definition of a strong, dedicated and disciplined leader on and off the field. Expressing his condolence to the family and friends of the late footballer, Dr. Sanusi stated that Chukwu's demise is a great loss to the Nigerian nation. Chukwu was in the Nigeria senior team that won bronze medals at the 1976 and 1978 African finals in Ethiopia and Ghana before leading the squad to glory on home soil in 1980. Born on the 4th of January 1951, the coach of Enugu Rangers also coached the senior national team of Kenya and was named head coach of the Super Eagles in 2002 and led the team to finish third at the 2004 AFCON finals in Tunisia. Nicknamed chairman because of his imposing presence and authority he exuded on the pitch, he will be fondly remembered as the captain of the Nigerian team that hoisted the Unity Cup for the first time at the National Stadium on Saturday, 22nd March 1980. Barely 24 hours after news broke that the captain of the 1980 victorious Green Eagles squad, Christian Chukwu, had passed on in Enugu, the death of another member of the 1980 squad, Charles Bassey, was announced. Bassey passed away on Saturday at the age of 71 after a long illness in his hometown Eket, Akwa Ibom State. NFF General Secretary Dr. Mohammed Sanusi disclosed this in a statement today and expressed sorrow at the news of Bassey's death. Algeria has ordered a dozen French officials to leave the country within 48 hours, increasing diplomatic tension between the two countries. French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot asserted today that the order is linked to the recent arrest of 3 Algerian nationals suspected of kidnapping a high-profile critic of the Algerian government in Paris last year. Barrot asked the Algerian authorities to abandon expulsion measures, saying if such measures persist, France would have no choice but to respond immediately. The 12 officials who have been asked to leave France are members of the French Ministry of the Interior. And to the exchange rates, $1 is equivalent in Nigerian naira is now 1,594. €1 presently stands at 1,810 naira. 1 British pound, 2,101 naira. And 1 Canadian dollar, its equivalent in naira, is 1,149. And that's the news on the hour on Providence Television International. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned.